Hey, what's up, guys? On this video, I wanted to talk to you about the pros and cons of studying mechanical engineering. I'm graduating from mechanical engineering in 2 weeks. It's been a really long road, so hopefully I'm making this video because I want to help you guys. If you're going into college right now, or maybe you're just starting out in mechanical engineering, an idea on just my experience with the program and some things that are pros and cons of it. So, first off, one of the things that I like about it is it expands your knowledge about how the world works. You're going to be learning about things like thermodynamics, so energy transfer, fluids, things like the Archimedes principle. If you watch Mark Roberg on YouTube, he's studied mechanical engineering and he's used that knowledge pretty well in all of his videos. He likes to really educate uh, as he's teaching, so or doing his cool stuff. So that's been fun, learning more about that. One of the most valuable things that I feel like you learn in mechanical engineering is how to take a problem and given any problem, the process that it takes to solve that problem. So if you're throwing a ball, how much time it's going to take for that to hit the ground. That's a pretty simple one. But you got more complex things like if you have a certain weight put on an object, a certain object, how much is that going to deflect? And this process that you're taught, you can really apply it to any sort of problem. It doesn't have to be a mechanical engineering problem per se, but it's the process of drawing it out first. They call it 3D B snubs is the acronym that we use. So it's drawing, it's defining the problem, and then describing it, and basic equations, substituting in the variables. So just going through that process, it helped me in my internship really well, even though it was a development. I was a development intern, but I still used those principles that I learned in physics to solve computer science problems as well. So the problem solving skills, really good. Another good pro is you're working with physical products. Your 3D printing stuff, it's different than a computer science degree where it's all just straight looking on the computer the whole time. You might get, if you're like me, sometimes staring at a screen all day can drive you a little crazy. So it helps to be able to have that physical aspect to work on stuff as well. So that's another plus. That's number 3. Number 4 that I got is this is a funny one, but you get just the type of people that you're around in engineering. There's the stereotype that everyone's kind of nerdy, and it's kind of true. We had one of my classes the other day, a debate about Star Wars. I don't know how it even came up. We were sitting in the back in our lab, and I think we started talking about the Mandalorian, and everyone's head just kind of, oh, Mandalorian, started chirping in row by row, talking about, oh, I didn't like the Mandalorian. I liked it. Oh no, it was the prequels. Oh, and the whole class just started talking about Star Wars. So I've had conversations with people about Dungeons and Dragons, like different types of computers. People like, oh, my tax return's coming. I get to buy this new gaming PC. So it's pretty funny in that respect. So it's cool the people you meet, mechanical engineering. And on a few of the cons that I have written out here, for me personally, it was interesting in a lot of my classes. The teachers, they would always make comments like how it's important that you learn this because you don't want to disappoint your boss in the future. And that always kind of made me be like, my boss, like, don't I want to learn this because I want to be able to perform and do well, like not necessarily to impress someone else or do well for someone else or fear of getting trouble from my boss. Like, so that kind of irked me the wrong way. And then another thing, so along kind of similar lines is that in a lot of mechanical engineering stuff, it's difficult to, or at least the teachers, I felt like they had a hard time drawing the line from, uh, or the dots in what you learn and how this is going to be like equate to, like, how is this going to help you solve a problem that's going to bring value into the marketplace other than getting a good job as a mechanical engineer. So that was kind of tough for me. I've always had, tough seeing that line, dots being connected there. Another con, number 3, was you're definitely gonna have to sacrifice a ton of time to get your work done in these classes. They're no joke. We always make jokes about how it'd be nice we go back and be business majors instead, because honestly, it's true. Like, you spend so much time trying to figure out how to do just one problem, so it takes a lot of time. And then the last one that I got right here is that, yeah, I think that was the last one that I had. Just, it's gonna take a lot of time. So unless you're like that one person that everything just clicks, and one guy in my class, we had a test the other day, and we came in and asked, how was the test? How'd you guys do? How long were you there for? And this guy, he was like, oh, it was like an hour, no problem. We were like, what, an hour? Dude, we were there for like 4 hours doing this one test. And it was like 15 questions. Crazy. So it takes a lot of time. But there's definitely good job opportunities in it. Had an interview with a company for a sales engineer job in Chicago. So it's different engineering things, but you have to have, again, like people say, you gotta have a desire to want to do that, to put the time into that it requires to do all these classes. So anyways, that's a short pros and cons list for you on pros and cons on studying mechanical engineering. So hopefully that helps. We'll see you on the next one.